What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Harrison, and today we're talking about the not so good news of the Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown developers being disbanded by Ubisoft. Now, this isn't confirmed yet, so it is just a report. But based off of the sales number or lack thereof, it's not surprising to me. But it really is a darn shame because Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is one of the best games of the year, and it's one of the best Metroidvania games I personally have ever played. I still have to get through the DLC, so I'm still looking forward to that. I do have it, just haven't played through all of it. But so far, that's really good. But yeah, I mean, this is why I get frustrated at the online gaming community. Um, we're always talking about how we're sick and tired of battle passes in games. We're sick and tired of like all this stuff about single player games, being overly expensive. Um, and finally we get like a really great single player game. Now, I mean, some people argue that $50 for this game is too much, while Nintendo charged 60 for, Metroid Dread. So a lot of people are kind of up in the air about, well, maybe that's a little bit over expensive, but also it's a Ubisoft game, right? So like that game has gone on sale multiple times. I think I've seen it as low as $20. And look, I'm not upset that people didn't buy the game. I'm just upset. Well, I guess I am upset because I wanted this game to do really well because obviously I wanted a sequel. But I'm not upset for people voting with their wallets. But it does suck when we have a game like this come out and is really really good and a game of the year contender for a lot of people that not enough people talked about it. You know what I mean? It's very frustrating. Obviously it's a Metroidvania game, so it's already relatively niche. Metroid Dread for Nintendo was the best-selling Metroid game ever. And that came out, in what 2022. So it took that long to be the best, bestseller ever. Uh, but this game's combat is just incredible. So yeah, I just kind of want to get on and vent about that. Again, I'm not upset about people for not buying the game, because at the end of the day, you got to vote with your wallet, and maybe in January people are still playing all the stuff that they got for Christmas or something like that, or maybe they just didn't have the funds, right? $50 to buy Prince of Persia. But I would say if you guys have not played it, it's one of the best games of the year. So this it was posted by Wario64 over on Twitter. But this comes from Reset Era. I believe it's from because comes from a Twitter user who's obviously French. So yeah, it just comes from a reliable French game journalist, Gatals, who heard from multiple devs at Ubisoft um, Montpellier the news. Here's a summary that this person made. Internally, the fate of the game was already decided a few weeks after the release of the game. It was clear in spring that after releasing a few DLCs and cosmetics, that it would be the end. A few members of the core dev team fought to get a sequel greenlit, which did not happen. Then they pushed for 2 expansions, hoping that it would work this time, but didn't, since Ubisoft needed more hands-on to help on other projects that had better sales potentials, which wasn't the case with The Lost Crown, not already meeting sales expectations. Um, Another crazy justification that the dev team received from higher-ups was releasing a sequel for the game would be cannibalizing long-term sales of the game. So, plus, if this was another studio, like if Prince of Persia was owned by Nintendo, I think this would absolutely be greenlit for a sequel. But Ubisoft has not been in a good spot in quite a long time. I mean, they spent like what 10 years on Skull and Bones, and they that game is still, they're still doing seasons and making content for it, but I'm sure it's not anywhere to their expectations of where they want it to be. The Assassin's Creed Shadows has so much controversy right now that I believe they've canceled the season pass, lowered the special edition by like $50. So who knows how well that game's going to do, and it's coming out in a pretty stacked February. So, I mean, I'm excited for Shadows. I think it looks great, but just all the controversy around it, I think a lot of people are going to avoid it or at least wait until it goes on sale. And that's the Ubisoft problem is their games go on sale within a month of them releasing. So people just wait. And that's a problem that Ubisoft has created, and they can't quite get out of it. And they haven't put out, other than Prince of Persia, they really haven't put out an incredible game. Like they had, Avatar last year, Assassin's Creed, the kind of the smaller Assassin's Creed title that came out. They just haven't really had a major hit, and something like Prince of Persia is obviously going to be on the back burner, because it it didn't sell well, and or sell well enough for Ubisoft to justify making a sequel. So again, a little frustrated, but it makes me sad because this game really is incredible, and I hope it does very well at the Game Awards and wins a few of the awards there, just so it can get the justice I think it deserves. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video about me ranting on I wish the game would have done better. But let me know what your comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll let YouTube algorithm pick one of my videos below for you guys to watch. Give it a click, and I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.